I've had this machine for a couple months and I never got to work on it yet. And today I had some time because I have the boards I had to fix done. They are cleaned, wrapped up in bubble, taped up, and ready to put in some boxes for me to put in my suitcase and take up to Florida on Monday. Then I also have so some of my work is getting done, and I have some time to work on some of my own machines now. So um, I looked over the 70. Oh, I have two 7180s. I looked over them today. They're both good. I don't think they need to be recapped right now. They both work. They just need some cleaning and some actually attention. But boy, I can tell you, I hate that plastic. Oh my God, you touch it. I mean, you don't even have to touch it. You just have to actually look at it, breathe on it, and snaps. Oh, terrible. Anyway, so the the two 7100 boards are fine. Don't worry about that burning behind me there. That's just a candle, just to get rid of some of the smell in here of the actually resin that I was using when I was printing things. So the 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 7500, I pulled that one out and then I started looking at it, and boy, it had a lot of memory in it, and that's a big machine. Um, it works, but it's a bit flaky, meaning that not all the time will I get a chime when I turn it on. Not all the time is the hard drive booting. It's booting a bit slow on some things, and I wasn't too happy with the way it was, so I decided to go ahead and recap that. The board looked very dirty, and it does not look like it has some leakage. But when we get under the microscope, we'll have a better idea of what it is. So now this board has a lot of caps. If you, I don't have it on this one here. Let me see if I can grab this. Uh, yeah. Okay. We see here, these are all the caps that are on this board. Um, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 47 15s. See if it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the 10 16s. And then all the rest are the 47 16s. So it's not that bad. So we should be able to, but it is quite a bit of caps. It's like 30 some caps. Um, so we'll work on that, but I need to get all of these off first. Um, we'll go ahead and work on that. I'm going to use my hot air to take them off. That will go a lot quicker. Um, I will use a little bit of flux around them, not actually too much. So let's go ahead and go to the scope view, and I'll try to do this in a way that you can see good. Um, okay, so we can see good right there. This one does not seem to have a leakage. I will put something there to protect that a little bit. Matter of fact, I'll put them both. And we start taking them off. This one is the 4716. The nice thing with that console 5 wiki is that I already have the address locations. I already have the locations of what caps go where. So, and I did take pictures. I did take some mostly close-up pictures of the board before I started this. So today was kind of interesting. I packed up those boards, finished testing them. I fixed that problem with that 128. If you watched last night's live session, you saw that there at the end I was having some problems with that 128 analog board. Actually, it was not the analog board at all, okay? I did post an actually updated video. The problem turned out to be the cutoff was too low on the analog board, so once I increased that, I got video. So, oh, my temperature is low, that's why it's taking so long. Let me increase my temperature. I was doing some other work and I wanted lower temperature. Anyway, so the analog board was not the issue. And then with the sound, it had absolutely nothing to do with the analog board. So the sound was totally an issue related to the headphone jack. So it had nothing to do with anything else. The actually headphone, the thing with the analog board, well, with the logic boards, like for the 128, the 512, and the plus, I don't know about the other ones, but those three, what happens is that the sound, before it goes out the cable from the logic board to the analog board, it passes through the jack of the headphones. So if the jack is actually messed up, like it was in this case, no audio will go through the umbilical cord or the wiring harness to the analog board. I'm trying to get some of these easy ones done first. So that headphone jack had a lot of green gunk inside of it. So when there was no headphone, the brass piece that touches the other leg and the spring in there were not very good, and there was a lot of gunk between, so it wasn't making contact. So the audio was never flowing through the jack to go to the analog board. So if you watch my video, you'll see it. So in that video, I explain how the jack works. And I show you one, and because I take that old one and I open it and take it apart for you to see the inside and how I give you a very good detailed explanation of actually how it works. So I started off the morning working on that stuff, on that 128 and that, and finally got that done. Took a break, went for some lunch. Went for some lunch and came back, and then I started looking at the 7100 boards, at the 7100 machines, and I gotta watch out with these resistors and these things that are here. Okay, let's see where else we're gonna go now. Let's get some of these other big ones out of the way. Oh shoot, what just happened? Okay. I don't know what I did there, but anyway, sorry for that. I want to get these back here, these two. These two I need to look through the microscope too, because there's some things right around here. I gotta be very careful. Yeah, I got capacitor there. I've got a transistor there. Okay, I've got a resistor there. Starting to hear some, get some of that fish smell. So it looks like that cap was a bad one. This one is in the middle of a lot of things here. So I'm going to try to put some shields around here. This is more to protect the heat from going to other things that I don't want them to blow off and pop off. Okay. Make sure nothing else came off. Yeah, nothing else came off. It looks good and clean. All right, that looks nice. Where are we moving to now? Let's move to this one. This one here too. I'm gonna put this. So I don't know if anyone is watching, but in either case, if you are, welcome. Thank you for being here. I don't see anyone saying anything in the chat, so I'm presuming no one is here. I'm not watching it on YouTube too for me to see how many people are watching live. I don't see that information, or I don't know how to get it in OBS. Yeah, this one here too, I have to protect somehow because it's got that plastic, that rubber switch in there. That is a push button switch. There's already some heat around down here because of the earlier one. I can smell that fish. Oh, ooh. So I definitely had a leaking caps problem. Who's here? Luke is here. Tom is here. Yeah, I'm waiting for a cap to pop too, and unexpectedly, when those pop, they scare the crap out of me. Because I don't expect it to pop, but then it does. These don't look so bad, so it's been pretty good. Uh, let's go get these other ones here that are in this cluster of plastic. Oh my God, look at that. Anyway, well, let's do what we can, right? Well, you can imagine taking them off, but now, what about putting them back? In those tight spots, huh? All right, let's get that one off. Hopefully I won't melt anything else around it. Ah, quick. Those small ones come off a lot quicker. So now I noticed that Justin D. Morgan is also doing a broadcast at 8 o'clock. I didn't notice that until after I scheduled mine. I don't know if I, but anyway, it's all right. I mean, I'm doing this more for recording purposes and anyone that wants to watch it at the same time. I do like the live sessions because it gives me a chance to interact. All right, now on this board, I'm going to do the top side, then I'll go and do the bottom side. But the bottom side also has caps. We're now coming to over here. There you are. All right, so we put a little bit of flux. I don't think these are gonna pop on me because they're not that old. Okay. These next two. Next two are right here. I do have a shield up right here. You can see it right there. And I have one further up there, further against those other white pieces of that hold the actually VRAM. So let's pop these two off. I gotta get them quick because I don't want other stuff to fly off. These small little actually resistors and capacitors, all the surface mount things, they can actually tombstone on you very quick. Okay. All right, I have one more on the front side. I think, let me just double check. Yeah, I got one more, and this one sits up here, right there. It is right by the actually ROM slot, and right by this power slot. So, if I zoom out, you can see where it sits. So it's in a very plasticky area. All right, so now you see how I have this set up, right? I don't want to blow air in from here because then that will go under the blades and still hit the plastic. For this, I'm gonna come from the other side and blow it away. See, so you when you're working on these, you really gotta watch how you do. Yeah, the board is pretty clean, but it was just acting funny. It was doing some real funny behavior. Like I turn it on and it wouldn't always chime. Um, then I turn it off and turn it back on again, or um, sometimes this case here has the the way the case is, the whole unit of the power supply and the drives and that um, opens up like a latch, like a door, and it actually swings up on you. So there was a time there where if I had that down and closed, the the actual machine would not chime. Then if I had it open, it would work. So that was a weird thing. So anyway, but all right, I'm gonna zoom this back in a little bit because now I need to start cleaning some of these pads off. So the board was doing it was doing some funny things that I wasn't too happy with, and I figured that if I recap it, that may solve my actual problem that I'm having. So anyway, all right. So now I'm basically gonna clean off these pads. They don't look so bad, so I'm gonna cut a little bit of corner, a little corner. Well, but I better do it right. Don't go cut any corners. I was just gonna use the wick and just actually clean off the pad and don't worry about that old solder, but um, I'll go ahead and do it the proper way. This the 7500 the year. Don't remember off the top of my head. I had it up on every Mac earlier. The 75 133. Sorry, it's actually 76. Yeah, sorry. It's actually I have a typo in that. It is not a 75. It's actually 7600. 76 133. That was the production started 1996 and ended 1997 from August 7th to actually July 1st. So not even a year. So we're talking machines here that are 26 years old. So 20, 26, 25, somewhere around there. So really, it's not as old as the others, but wasn't that during the actually the era of the bad caps? Cleaned it. All right, I'm gonna so that I can move a bit quicker. I'm gonna bring this up for y'all to see. Also, I already have it ready here. I think it was this one. Okay, yeah. I have a little list here of where the caps go, what values go where. So I'm at location C231 right there. Say 231 and 231 is gonna be 4716. I'm gonna I'm gonna clean and put new ones as we go because it will go faster for me instead of cleaning all and then going back and then putting all the caps. Because this board has 31 caps. So I bought the kit from actually Console 5. They do have a kit for actually this here machine. I don't remember the price I paid because it's got a lot of caps in it. Okay, so this way then I can work a bit faster with this. Put the caps in the middle of the board there, have them easily. Okay, and on caps, we all know when we look at this, there's a positive mark right there. Okay, and we also see that the two corners are angled versus on this side where it makes an actually a right angle. So the positive goes on this side of the cap. These tantalum caps, the area of the stripe is positive. Okay. So now I normally do these with clean pads because then they can sit flatter on the, and then I put some solder on my iron tip and I let it flow onto the point. Now I can't find. So I have some solder on my tip. I just hold down the cap. Okay, and then I just hold it here in the corner and you see the solder flow. Look at that. Nice and pretty. See? Okay? Just let it flow. It will take what it can and as much as it needs. Okay, that's it. That one is on. Okay, let's go to another 4716. These here were small. That's small. This one here should be a big one. Right there. This is C85. C85. No, it's not C85. Yes, it is. Why don't I see C85 on this list? That is C85, right, guys? Isn't it? Let me go back to my pictures and take a look. Be sure. Where was that one? No, there was no cap there. There was never a cap there. The picture is empty. So we go right here then. This is C170. C170 has a cap 4716. So we clean. Yeah, I'm not really using too much flux because these are pretty clean already. So I just add some solder, I clean the pad, any other debris that's there. This also pulls up the old solder. Okay. Then I come with my wick and I clean that up. The wick is used as an actually abrasive sandpaper. You gently rub it all over and it picks everything up. Put a little bit more flux. Put some solder on my tip. I get my next cap, which is right there close to the spot anyway. Positive is towards the right. Oh, here I come. Positive. You see the positive mark right there on the board. So put that, let that flow. There we go. Solder, come in the other side. And there we go. Okay, that flowed by itself. Next, it's just right here next to it. This is C151. C151 is a 4716 also. Clean it. There we go. Clean my tip. Clean. Again, this one also positive is towards the right, towards those black transistors. Oh, sorry, your focus. Okay, there. It just looks very blurry because there is actually liquid actually around it. Again, positive to the right, center it, let the solder flow. Okay. Here, C177, also 4716. Same song and dance. I know this gets boring. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut a piece off the wick that we've been using because it's getting longer. Because this board is in such a good shape, it goes pretty quick. And the only drawback is, guys, I'm not going to be able to test this board tonight. The power supply is in pieces. Because it was very dirty inside, so I have it in pieces right now. didn't get to put it back together yet. Okay, that solder flowed nicely. Okay, so we have some of these done. Let's go on to. Now, you know what? I don't want to. I'm gonna go back into this corner and do these over here that I took out. Those two. Okay, because I got two here. Those two never had anything. I've got three in this small area right here. Okay, and that looks like C10. C109, C108, and C130. 130 is a 10, 108. I don't have a 108. C103, or did they do three backwards? 109. No, C103 is this. No, this one is C11 something. This is 103, 108. It looks like to me. But they have, you see, they have 103 listed twice. So I think one of those supposed to be 108 and 109. See, they don't have 109 listed either. Good thing I took pictures. See, this is why you take pictures. Let's see where those are. Yeah, all three of those are 10 by 16s. All three of them. So let's get the 10 by 16s, which I think are these. Yeah, these are them. And we'll put all of these on now. Let me open this pack first. I dump them right where the big open spot in the middle of the board. Okay, let's go. Let's get these here cleaned off and we'll put those down. Those will go pretty quick. Here we go. Be careful around here with the plastic, because you're right by these two SCSI ports. Okay. Put down a little bit more flux. All right, let's get the first one. Positive is towards the right, towards the back of the board. So again, capacitor, you see the side here, that's the line, that's the positive side. Okay. Okay. Now I load up my solder again. I come with my left hand this time. And I'm just gonna tap it in there. Again, be careful with plastic. You are all around plastic here. Okay, you see how nice that flows? I don't even have to fight it. I just let it flow. Just touch it there and let it go. Boom, see? Those two are down. Now let's go get this one over here. Again, I'm surrounded by plastic here. Okay. Put some solder on my tip. Next gap. This one positive is towards me, towards the bottom of the scope. Y'all can see that, okay, right? Yeah, you see, the positive is right here. Okay. Okay. That's those three in that corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 we've done already. These two pads over here, this one, this 85 and this 93, they do not get any caps. There were no caps there. Okay. So now let's continue and see where we are. I'm gonna continue on these small ones because I still got 4 of them on the board. These are the 10 by 16s, right? So 49 and 56 still need to get. There's 103. 103 gets it. There's 49. And this looks like the 80 something. 89, yeah, that gets a 10 also. All right. Oh, your focus is so bad. I'm sorry. I chopped my solder. Okay, we clean it. This time positive is to the left. All right, let's come into here. There we go. That one done. Look at this one. C49. C49 is your 10. So flux. Some solder. Again, watch out here because you're right by a plug here in the back. There is your, that's your video port. Actually, this is C52. But you see, they don't have 52 listed here. They listed 49. 49, I think, is this guy right here. This is 49. This is 52. Let me check my pictures. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that's a 10, a 10, a 10, and a 10. Yeah, we got a 10, a 10, a 10, 47, 47. Okay, I know where we are. Pictures, man, pictures, pictures, pictures cannot lie for you. You see, because there we already see the mistake on the actual wiki. Positive is towards the left. Okay. I know that seems pretty boring, y'all. I mean, but it's just repetitive work. But this is how you redo the caps. Okay, now we have another another 10 goes right there. So I'll have to let Luke know that there's Luke from actually console 5, not the Luke that's watching. Luke from console 5, that there's some mistakes on this wiki because it is misleading. If I could have been in a big mess if I didn't take pictures. Okay, positive is towards the right. So the line goes to the right. Okay. Now I have one more small 10. Where's that one go? backwards. Which one is backwards? The one that I just put on? Yeah, I did do it backwards. You're right. You're 100% right. Yeah, see? That's the little mistakes that happen sometimes. So it is to the left. Thanks for catching that for me. That saved me. Hey, always better to have more than one set of eyes on it. Glad to see you're still watching and paying attention for me. That my boredom has not put you to any sleep. Okay, so now that should be correct. Now this one here is a 46. I have one. I have a 10 still on my board here. That needs to go somewhere. Was any 10s on the back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, there's 110 on the back, so that's why I have one left over. You can see this as you see 362 is the 1016, so that's why I have one actually left over. Okay, that's good. So we're done with the 10s up in the front. So that I don't have a messy board, I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning here. Okay. So let's keep on going here now. We'll do the two 4716s that are right here. One is right there. So I need two 4716s. So let's go open this up. Can't open with that. I need something pointy. Okay, so for right now, I only need two. Because I'm gonna do these two. One here and one by that switch. So if there's one lesson that I learned tonight, and I hope that y'all did too, don't always go by someone else's wiki. Although usually Console 5's wiki has been pretty good. You can see here there's a lot of mistakes in this one. Take your pictures, take your picture of your board. And that way you have that as reference. Now, if the whole board was all the same caps, then I'm not too worried. But in this case, up here on the top, we have two different types of caps. bottom we have 3. No, well actually up here, I need some of those 4.7s also. Okay, let's go. Positive, positive is to the right. Okay, got a very nice slope. Okay, that was on there good. The next one is right back here by this switch. Right there. Positive is to the right. Okay. Need some more solder. Okay. So we've done quite a bit of them now. But it's still okay. Where we're at now is down here. C56. Actually, I got 2 of these 10s left over. There was still 1 in the pack that never came out. So 1 goes right there, and this other one is the one that goes on the back side. Okay, so we'll put this one on right now. The C56 is a 10 by 16, yeah. Very tight spot in here. But it's doable. get it that when they built this, they already used some tantalum solid caps. So why did they put those other ones on here? Cost? Yeah. Alright, positive is what direction? To the right. So Luke, if you're still in here, you see how this is done now, so you can do them. I don't like doing caps. It's not that difficult. It's just very tedious. It's just a repetitive work over and over and over until you get it done. Okay. That one is done. Did I have any more here? Because the thing is, you see, this sheet calls for all these 4.7s, but I haven't run across those. I don't think I took any 4.7s off. 947s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10s. That's the other reason why I don't throw them away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's the 47s. The 10s we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. I didn't take off any 4.7s. Where did those 4.7s come from? Oh, wait a minute. I know from where. See, if we see this is the same pack for 75, 76, and 85. So maybe the other boards has these 4.7s. I don't. Let's see if we can find 193, 194, 95, 96, 97. Let's see if we can find where those spots are on the board. We're in the 37s here. 30s. See, and I actually cleaned this, and look at all that flux that's still there. See, 180s. 27, 180, 190. Yeah, you see here? I don't have those. Somewhere around here. Yeah, you see? Right here. We never took these off. Those are still original. 193, 94, 95, 96, 97. 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. Yeah. See, this board doesn't have them. So we're good there. But I still got 3 more 47 16s I need to put on here. So let's go put those. 1, 2, 3. One of them is right here. Yeah, I like the tantalums. They're so much easier to work with. I have never put any of the ones that I take off back on, those liquid ones. Because I just don't. I can't test this board tonight, okay? I mean, I'm sorry about that, but I'll do another live session tomorrow night. And We can test it then. I need to fix the power supply. In a bit, I'll show you what I need to fix. It's actually my own fault. It's something I did that caused some damage that I need to fix that damage. Oh. And that's gonna take me a little bit of time to fix. All right, positive is to the left. Yes. So again, put the cap on. All right. Hold it with your tweezers. Keep on holding it for a little bit until it becomes solid again. And then check it. Okay. My next one is right here. Are you right there? 189. Let's look at 189. What does it say? Yeah, 4716. Good. Almost done with this side. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see well. Okay. So when I go up to Florida, boy, the stuff I have coming. I have a video capture device coming for VGA, so all these that I sent to my monitor and I use my actually hand cam for, I'll be able to video capture that. I don't really have new tools coming. I have tools coming and things like that, but therefore, because I'm going to set up a work area up in actually Florida also, I have some things coming for me to use there. So now positive here is to the right. All right, now you see one thing that I'm checking? See a via there, via there, a via there. So I'm trying to see where I can cause the least short, if at all possible, from under the cap, because under the cap there is a little bit of metal, and that can make contact. See, because if you look under a cap, you see the metal pads? So I try not to get that anywhere near a via. Because a lot of times people think, oh, let's just actually throw the cap on there, and they don't see what is around there. The next thing you know, you're down a rabbit hole that you never expected to go down, and you can't find where the problem is. Because the problem is underneath the cap. Now that's with these big caps. I'm gonna turn this board around a little bit. Again, it's a big board to work with. And I did that because of the plastic. This is C61. It's a 47010. So let's clean this. This is the last one on this side. That went pretty quick. I didn't expect it to go that quick. So tools. I'm sending my actually Kawitz 601 meter back because it's got a very low volume. But with Amazon, returns are so easy. I told them online, boom, they have already shipped me the new one. It's already in Florida at the house, and I still have the old one here. If I don't return it within 30 days or 45 days, that's when they will charge me. But I can take it into an actually Kohl's store, and there's one right around the corner from me. Okay, now this one here, okay, what you're gonna see me do is I'm gonna pull it more towards the bottom here. Okay, you can't see it well, but I'm gonna pull it more towards this circle or this way towards the positive side because there's plastic here and I gotta get in back here for me to solder that. Okay, and at the same time too, there's a via there, and there. Okay, so I really gotta, I'm gonna bring it more towards the front here. I mean, I got more than enough pad there, more than enough contact. You see? Now I can come back here and just like this and poop. But now this time, instead of putting my solder on the front end on the contoured side, I'm gonna put it on the back side. See this? Back here. Okay, there we are. We are secure without melting any plastic. Okay. All right, let me move some of these things here so we can see what is next. All right. I'm coming. I gotta switch cameras. You're gonna see what I'm gonna do here. Okay, so this is the garbage. These are the 10s. Oh, these are the 47s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 that I took off. And these are the 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 9 and 7. These I don't need. All right. Now here on the board, these big yellow ones are the 47s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I actually did 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I didn't do that. 8, 9. Okay. This one was not one that I did. It's not a 47. That's actually 100. Okay. Okay, so then on the 10s, we have 7 of them. I had one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're good on the front side. Now the back. See the back also? We have the 110 that's over here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 47s. So now that I have this mess out of the way, let's get rid of it. 7. Okay, that's why I don't get rid of the garbage until I know I am good with it. Okay, so now we gotta take some of these off. easy to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 and 1. Exactly what we got left. Alright, now let me switch you back to the scope. Okay. So let's start off with this little one here. This is that 10. Okay. The good thing is back here, I really don't have plastic to worry about. But I do got some of these other components that are nearby. Have you ever seen a board that's this busy on the bottom side too? But I can understand why they did it. I'll show you in a minute why. My God, I don't want to come off. There's a lot of copper around this one. Boy, that one did not want to come off. All right. Let me show you why this board has so much stuff on the back side. Okay. We look at the front side. What do you see the most of? All right, plastic, expansion, connections, SCSI, ATX power, floppy, 3.3 volts power, ROM, VRAM, RAM. All this is RAM. This is cache. That is for your processor. That is for your processor card. Okay, expansions. So all this, I mean, this front is mainly all this plastic stuff. Where are they gonna put all the chips? So that's why you see them all stuck on the back. I mean, look at all those. These are your ROMs that you're controlling for your ROMs, and then all the different VIAs and combos and all these other things that are specific to Apple. So that's why this board is so busy. Yeah, Tom, lots of plastic on the top. That's exactly why. Okay, because and then they put everything else on the bottom. So anyway, okay, let me go back to the scope view. All right, let's hammer these off quick. Okay. You have one small little capacitor, one small little cap there, and then actually resistor packs, another cap there. They're a bit hard because of that glue that's holding them. Things on the bottom, they put a little bit of dab of some adhesive to help hold it because the bottom gets a lot of actually abuse. Okay. You see that little dot right there? That is the actually adhesive that they use. It's around here, cap there. I gotta be careful with those caps. Do not actually tombstone. What I mean by tombstone is that when actually one side becomes loose, and then it actually stands up like a tombstone to an actually grave. Okay. There are two up here, over here. There's one of these caps on the bottom that it's on the other side. I'll show you when we get to it. Um, it looks pretty actually abused. So I think that's the one that was causing problems with working. Anything around that one? No. That glue underneath holding it. Uh, so my special project boards are also on the way. They have left China. I even have one board coming out of Germany. That's the retro actually chip tester that I have to put together. You buy the board and then you buy your own build actually material. They give you the list of everything that you need, and then you go on to Mouser or to DigiKey and you buy your things. So I have the retro chip tester to put together. So we'll do a video of that and put it together. I may save it for a Sunday and do it on actually Dave's channel. Then I also have coming out of actually Hawaii is the applesauce device to make images of discs and to make discs from images. So I have that coming, and that works actually on a modern Mac. That's not okay. That one off. So I have the applesauce coming. Okay, now we're getting to the two that I think are beaten up. This one, and then this one. This one, the cap is bent a bit and like ruptured. Okay, that's all the caps off. Move the board out of the way for a minute because I want to look at this one here. Let's go take a look at this one. See, I find this has been like maybe it's just nothing, but you see, I find this top has been mangled a bit. You see how it's mangled there? It's got like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Okay, so those are all there. Let's go put them back. We're gonna start off with that one that is by itself, that 1016. And that was somewhere over here. Right there. C362. 362, we're at the rear now, so that's this list. 362 is that 10, yep. Again, I'm sorry if this is going slow and seems a bit boring, but I don't know how much more exciting I can make replacing caps. See, but now I kind of need to get rid of that glue. Is your let me fix your focus here. Okay. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, that cap, I didn't like it. From the time that I first looked at the bottom of the board and I saw that, I was like, could this be my actual culprit? But then I had some on top too that were smelling, that had that bad smell. Okay, now I fixed your focus, but I need to fix mine. Okay. So this is that 10. That 10 is gonna go here. I'm gonna get rid of that glue. This is the only 10 that's on this board, that's on this side, and then the rest are going to be the 47. So let's get the 10. And positive is which way? Positive is towards me, towards the bottom. Alright, that one done. Now let's go get all these other. Alright, I'm coming to this one first because of the angle it is positioned on the board. It's easier for me to work on. I already had dinner, and for some reason my stomach is actually growling again. Okay. You hear me shaking on my thing is because I'm dipping my solder into my solder tip cleaner. That's like a big Brillo pad dome thing. Um, so that's what you're hearing. I get rid of that glue because I need the cap to sit flat. Okay. If y'all are wondering, my temp right here, most of the time my solder is at about actually three actually 100 degrees Celsius. Sometimes I may bump it up to about 320, um, depending depending on what is being worked on. I don't like to use too much heat. And what happens with the heat is that the solder and the flux will start turning brown on you, and that too is not good. Then it makes it harder for you to see through it. Okay, positive is to the left, towards the listing of the caps. Okay, that one. I know there are others around there, but those I need to turn the board for me to do. So I'm doing all the ones that are easy, that are level for me to do, that are in this actually position that you see right there. I know I need to focus it. Give me a minute. Alright, so because these are easier for me to do, then I'll turn the board and I'll do the other ones. Oh, I need that email that says that my cargo has been released and it's ready for collection. I gotta get that cargo tomorrow. Okay. Positive is to the right. Yes, I'm really looking forward to that retro chip tester. That will help me with a lot of these old chips to test them to make sure they're still good before I go replace them and dump them and so forth. So it's a nice device to have. Right. This one here too, the positive is to the right. Okay. The next ones are up here. But I need to open up the last pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. I open this whole pack and I just dump them on the board because this board is so big. I have a lot of clear space, open space that I can dump it on and use. Okay. Kind of cheated on you there. I cleaned one off camera because it's right next to it, so that way then I can attach both of these right away. All right, positive to the right again. Solder on my tip. Go. Okay. The one that I cleaned off camera is right there. And this one is also positive to the right. Caps coming, caps coming. Come. Okay. Uh-oh. My hand grabbed some of these caps. They were stuck, and now I don't know where they went. Here's one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm still missing one more that is somewhere on my desk or in my lap or on the ground. I'll find it. If I don't find it, I have more. I have more sitting right here that I can grab. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I should have 8. All right. Let's go do these two over here. These were the two that I thought were actually suspicious, remember? This first one here. That I found somewhat suspicious. Okay, let me cut this piece off this wick. It's starting to get long. Bet you that cap fell on the floor. All right, and then the other one is up here. I already scrubbed it cleaned. So let's just get this off. All right, both of these are positive to the right. So Sunday again, I am going to be on Dave's retro Apple um, channel show that is all day long. Positive, positive. Okay. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna work on yet. I need to find something to work on for a couple hours. Told him I can't be on all day because I do gotta pack and get ready for my trip. But I'll pack most of my stuff beforehand, so. Okay. Hey, come on. I had the cap and it flew out. All right, this one goes right here. Again, positive to the right. Because I had the iron already in my left hand, I just did that side first. Okay. These two are done. Now we go to these four here where I need to turn the board. And at the same time, I'm trying to find that cap that I lost. Okay, we have one right here. Ooh, look at this. You'll see that? When I took it off, I ripped that pad up. You see how that pad is lifted up? It's hard for you to see until, unless I do this. You see? But it's all right. I can put that back down and we'll be okay. That's the bad part about that glue. Oh, well, let's try to put this back down. The other side is still good secured, so this one here, I'm not gonna scrub that hard. with the wick. And I'm only going to do one pass possibly and lightly go the same direction. Okay. And the other thing I'm going to do too is that when I put this pad on, when I put this cap on, I'm going to put it more towards the right and to have it sit better on what is still solid pad that is connected. Okay, because the actually loose piece is more over here, so if I space this down a bit more, I'll anchor it better and positive is to the left. Okay, so that basically put the if you raised piece completely under the cap. And because this sits flush onto on the board, it's not really going to impact that. There we go. Good and solid. Now we go down to these other three. They are right here next to each other. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna get this. Who's here? If I soldered left-handed, I would probably poke my eyes. You know, it's that's why you don't see me moving too much with my left hand. I mean, it is just to put a blob of solder in one spot. That's it. Not much else. And I mean, practice. You can do that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't do much with my left hand with it. It's just like I said, I just use it just to put down a blob. That's it. All right. If you do more than that, you're asking for actually trouble. Okay. Most of my work is actually with my right hand, but just to put that one blob down, do that with your left. All right. Let's just clean all of these in one shot. We'll get rid of that glue. You see, so I'm doing all of it with my right hand. Ooh, this pad is loose. This pad is loose. Here, I need some more heat, you see, so. Okay. Yeah, that pad is loose, so gotta be careful with that one. Let's go ahead and put that cap on now. Solder on my tip. Some people will. I mean, I just don't know how they can do it. They'll put a pillow on the pad and then hold it and then with their solder remelt it and push it down. I can't do it. I don't feel comfortable doing it that way. I never get it to actually sit down nice and good. And I don't use the air either to put it back. So this one too, I'm gonna scoot it towards the right a little bit for me to get the piece of the pad that's still secured solid to the board. Okay. See, now I'm gonna come in left-handed again. Okay, and I mean, I'm not. Okay, so I just come in and I just put it there and that's it. I don't do much with it. That's it. You see? So that's what we're doing it left hand. They can't, I mean, okay. I mean, granted, I can't do this amount of work with my left hand. No. All right, just 2 caps left. How long has this video been? Almost 2 hours. Oh, well, that's not bad. To do this amount of caps in just 2 hours. If it's dirty, because you see, I raised my temperature, and as soon as I raise my temperature and I don't bring it back down, it starts burning a little bit, and that's what was happening there. All right, where did that 1 cap go that I need? Okay. Then I got this last one, which is right there. Come on. Nice and clean. That's it for the wick. Cut it off. Now I need to find that cap. Give me 1 second. Let me look on the ground and see if it fell. If it's in the lap. I am looking. I am looking. All right. Well, I don't see it on the ground. I don't see it anywhere here on the bench. All right. Well, I'll just grab a new one. I have more sitting right here. I have more of them. All right, there we are. I have another one. That goes right there. All right. A little bit of solder now on the tip. Cap positive is to the right. You see how that one is backwards compared to all the other ones? My flux is the actually Amtech. Let me finish this, and then when I get to the other camera, I'll show you which one I have. Okay. That's it. We have them all on. Wonder where that cap disappeared to. So we took off here. Off one of the small ones, and then 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 47s and 110. So on the board, we put 110 there. Then the 47s 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we're good. Okay. This board will get an ultrasonic cleaning, but it won't be. About the flux, this is the one I use. Alright, it's the Amtech MC559 ASM dash something. I have a new one. Really not cheap though. This thing is like like $34 because these are the bigger ones. MTech NC559 ASMTF, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the one that under actually fluorescent. Well, under black light, you can see the label says MTech behind it. See that? MTech. And the flux also on a board. You can see it's a different color. That way you can see where it's still at. Hey, you don't see that color there, but now you do. So anywhere that I use flux, you can see that it's there. So now if I come, still see some of it there. But when you do ultrasonic cleaning, all this will come off. There's flux all over this board. You see, that's better than what it was before compared to that, right? Okay. So anyway, that's a little bit of trickery that you can see that where your flux is, and genuine flux, well, you will have that. And like all of them, when you buy them, they come with a different. I have a very fine one here. The plugs you can buy in 3 different sizes. Now, I normally buy the ones that are $34 or something like that. I don't remember the actually CC value, but anyway, that's the one I get. So Anyway, so we've recapped the whole board. That's it. I mean, top and bottom have been redone. I can't test it because I'll show you I'll show you my accident. Have to say here, that's a pretty neat feature. Yeah, well, normally you don't clean it under black light at that, but it's a way that you can see if your board is good and clean and so forth, and it's a way to tell if someone did some work somewhere. I mean, there's always going to be always a little bit of flux left over. Yeah, you gotta you can't use like the flux paste or the flux thing that comes in like a round thing. The one in the syringes and the one. I mean, you can't buy it here, Luke. Here in Cayman, it's something that you can't find. Um, I bring it in. I bought. I have six actually cubes. Six of these syringes that are on the way to actually to the house, and they're supposed to get there by the 28th or 27th. So just before I come back. Because I do go through a lot of it. I have two SE30 reloaded boards I need to do, and that can take a whole tube of flux almost. So anyway, this is the power supply for this 7600 board. The power supply. Well, this is the board. It was inside the case and everything, but I went to take it out and I did a little mistake. Let's bring this in. And that's taking it out. It got caught on something, and you can see right there what I did. So I cracked the board and lowered it a little bit, but it's not so major. I can fix this. This is minor. See, it's just a couple traces. I just got to put some actually copper wire there for me to actually bridge it where it got cut. Let's see if I can come in some more with this. Okay. So we can see where it's raised. So right here I gotta do a bridge because there is a through hole here that connects. Alright, I gotta do one here, 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 and maybe up here. Then I gotta see about over here. If I gotta do something over here too. So I just gotta see where this line is. So I gotta take out some of these components. I gotta take out this one right here, which is these 2 points. Okay, which is, you can see where it's at. So I gotta take out this one and this one, and I gotta take out this one. So once I take those 3 out, then I can see the rest of the board. Then I can try to push this back down and glue it together. Then I will join those back in. So it's nothing major. I mean, I've had worse. I've had Macintosh Plus keyboards that were just broken into 2 pieces. The board. Someone actually dropped something on it, and the board snapped into 2, and I put them back together. So it's yeah, it's fixable. I mean, this is minor. This is so minor. I mean, we're talking maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actually little bridges. Actually jump wires we gotta put. That's not much. I mean, it's not much that I gotta do there. So because all this is the same plane, I just gotta join it together. I may not even have to join this one together because it's all this is the same plane. So that I think it is. I'll have to look under the microscope if it is. But I can join that together. This one here too. I may not even have to do anything there because it joined. It actually split right under the actually solder already. So maybe I just clean a little bit of that off and give me a bigger solder ball area, and that will cover it. Okay, this one is okay. This one is okay. It's just here. They're not that bad. It's something fixable. See, it's really not that bad. Yeah, because I was looking at the power supply to see if it needed to get recapped, but it does not really need a recap. It was just very dirty. And you won't believe what I found inside of this. I found packing peanuts inside of this. I mean, inside the metal case that actually this board was in, I found packing peanuts. Okay, so you can see why I had to open it and clean it and that. And what happened there? It's look, you can still see how dirty this is, right? I mean, look at look at all here, how bad it still looks, and down here. So I still haven't really cleaned this, but what happened was that getting that board out, you see this piece of plastic right here, this knob, okay, it got caught right there. Caught and boom, and so now I know that I gotta take this out before I put it in. Live and learn. Now I know. Now I won't make that same mistake again. So, but but I can fix it. That won't take long to fix. I'll probably fix. I might even fix it tonight. I don't know, but I won't do it during the stream because it's very solder braid jumper. Yeah, that's an idea too. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's you just gave me a great idea there, Tom. Because I mean, I have two different sizes of the wick. Okay, I have this one which is the 0.12 inch. Okay, so then I have this one which is actually 1 inch. So it's a little bit smaller. So I never even thought about using this. You're so right. You see, I learned something today too. Thank you. But yes, that's a very good idea to use this because it is wider, it's broader, and it covers more, and it can conduct more, and it'll make it stronger. Because really, what I normally use is I have wire like this, and this is 28 gauge, and it is coated. So I have this one. Then I have one that's even thinner, but this one is actually 40 gauge, also coated. So that's what I normally use for me to actually repair traces. But yes, you're right. That's what I was thinking. This here adds actually strength because I mean it's. I'll definitely try that. I will definitely use that, and I am glad that you said that, and it makes total sense. It makes total sense, and it's a great idea. A great way of doing it. So I'm not gonna be recapping this kit. Well, this power supply. I'm just gonna fix that problem that I caused. See, at least I can admit it that I caused it, right? So, and then this board here, yeah, maybe I'll do another video on it tomorrow that shows it where I test it and run it. It's a nice machine. I mean, this I was running it today. Um, I actually have a video on it. I did a video on it. I just have not uploaded it. I wasn't sure if I was going to upload it because it was kind of long and boring. But you do see in that video where I tested all three of the machines, the two 7100s and then this one. This one is running on this is the only one that they actually hard drive and it still worked. And it's running it's not Windows. It is running Mac OS 9.1. So um, and it is a nice machine. It's in a big case though. The case is a bit hefty. I mean, you see what I have down here right now. Let me get my trusty hand cam. And this right here is the 7100. both of the 7100s. I mean, this is one here and the board and the case and the inners of it. And that's the other 7100, and its cover and the innards for it. And then over there is the 7600, that one that is further away. So these are pretty big, hefty boards. So and the cases too. So two of them had a very nice video card. This one has this one. Okay, VRAM can go right on it. You can add some more actually VRAM. This has caps too. But these boards I'm not gonna recap. These are pretty good. These 7100s are in very good shape. They work. It's just the case is a bit rusty and so forth. That need to work on. So yeah. That's those three machines. I'll go ahead and I will upload that video too. It is kind of long and boring. It does have some slow periods. I apologize for that, but that's just how things go sometimes. Um, no answer. There, now it's coming in. Anyway, but yes, I really don't have much else to work on right now. I'm a bit hungry. I want to go eat something again, because then I gotta wait at least an hour before I go to sleep again. But anyway, so I will end this video because really I actually accomplished what I had set goal, which was to actually recap this board. So those of you that are watching, thank you. I actually appreciate it. Those that stuck around for the whole thing, thank you also. Tom, you saved me twice. Once with the cap on backwards, and the other one with this great idea about using the wick solder braid wick as a trace repair item. Very good idea. I will definitely do that. So thank you. Luke, I hope you enjoyed watching that and saw how I do it, and for you to be able to do it too, and that, and I don't know who else is here watching, but I don't know who, but anyway, thank you, and I'm gonna call it a night, and I'm gonna end this broadcast. So, um, thanks for watching, and tomorrow I will have the update on this board and have another session of it working. I don't know if I'll do that live, live, or if I will do it actually recorded, but I will put one out. Okay. All right, everyone. Y'all have a good night, and see you all next time. Alrighty. Bye bye.